So people in the comment section have been telling me, Joe, why don't you actually re-recruit these slaves? They get the Hirokazu and Lance, they're really good at intellectual. Why do we not just recruit them, temporarily potentially, to get them to actually do their job? Well, I say no. It's not part of the story. It's not what we do here. What we do here instead is add the mod that makes it so I can make slaves do more jobs. Welcome to Android Authority episode 9. And yeah, basically, I read all you guys' comments saying that I should probably get Hirokazu to be able to do research. And I thought, well, it's not part of the story. It doesn't fit. But I'm sure that I can force him to do it with a mod, which is what I've done. I've installed a mod that allows you to now actually be able to make slaves do all jobs humanly possible. So Lance theoretically can come and do research. If research is a long-term task, I don't know. Hopefully they'll just kind of hop onto it automatically at some point and the mod isn't broken. That would be fantastic. But other than that, that will help us lead to our next goals for this episode. Operation Fix Leo. It's the big one that I need to do alongside expanding the base and building base. And very fortunately for us, the resources one, I'm quite confident that we can probably tick off this episode. These lovely refugees we have here with us now will allow us to actually be able to expand the kill boxes and everything, protect our people more, and be able to just go off on adventures without having to worry about things. Currently on the map, we have got a hunting work site and a mining work site. Mining worksite's big for the steel and the people. Hunting worksite big for the steel and the people. I think we're getting to a point now where I just need to sort of collect slaves. Like Pokemon, I want to be the Ash Ketchum of slavery. And then I can form our faction. We can set up an empire. And we can start making the big bucks. So if you enjoy any of today's episode and are excited to see how the Ash Ketchum of slavery deals with his slaves, consider liking, subscribing. Make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things and let's wait and see if Lance and Hirokazu actually do research. And yes, there he is. Hirokazu is finally back on research. Ignore those surgeries failing. That's for a different project I've got in mind. Hirokazu finally back on the research, even though he is a slave. Don't you just love mods? He's now a little research slave. We could lock him in a cupboard or something and get him to work in there, but I still feel that Leo would not want Hirokazu, the once friends together, would not want them locked in a room individually. So yeah, that's fantastic. Lance will come and join them at some points when he's gotten up, a lazy bloody slave, and that'd be perfect. We can get on with research massively. And trait depressive. Tsubaki has become depressed. They have been in prison. Obviously, that fruit that was given to her last episode was not enough for her. She's also catatonic at the moment, so I'm not sure how she can become depressed whilst also being catatonic. Unfortunately, she just won't convert for us, I think, because she is a rebel, I think. It just goes down unbelievably quickly. But once we get the ideology and stuff sorted, we can do a conversion ritual on her and hopefully just switch her over. And run wild. Dutch. Dutch is running wild. This isn't actually that bad. I'm not going to lie. I'm not fussed. They are pretty awful. But, I mean, I could actually put them on intellectual now. That's their favourite job to do. They can actually go to the job they want to do. I can fix Dutch, all right? Dutch is just that person in life that's just, you know, you can fix them. You can fix them and make them better. That's Dutch. And I'm going to fix Dutch one way or another. And casual wear is complete. Next, we've got ourselves, go for a reroll. Crude torture methods? Human meat? I'm not sure why you have to unlock human meat and leather with a research, right? It doesn't quite make sense. You'd think that people just, like, kind of, by default, come with human meat and leather. What do they have before? Okay, Rimworld, okay. And a storyteller changed. Randy Random is now in charge. Fantastic. I do love me some Randy Random. Whether or not this will absolutely ruin us or it'll make our lives fantastic, I'm not too sure, but you know, we'll see what happens. There we are. Crude torture methods as well. Fantastic. Medical torture methods. Very nice. Nukes. No thanks. Give me multi-analyzer. Psychite is also pretty cool. So's cheese. Cheese. Let's grab flak armor instead. See if we can armor up our slaves. Conversion. We have managed to convert Hartenstein. Now, this doesn't usually be a big thing I talk about, but we can now reform the ideology. Yes! The ideology is fluid. We can change things around. I felt like because we were going to be an empire, things should change. Now, what has changed in the colony so far? Everybody's living like they're almost homeless. We've had a lot of refugees that we've looked after and betrayed. Other than that, Not much. So I think with the Reformation, the only thing that I think that we could reform is making androids more respected, or very potentially we making normal slavery honorable as well, which I think we can do. Next. So if you make androids, okay, they're already respected, so that's as high as we can make them, and slavery is honorable, because everybody loves slavery, you know, whilst we are very nice to people and we do appreciate them, we are also, you know, very heavily into slavery. 11 out of 10. You haven't got enough points for that, but I feel like that's definitely what we'll use them for when we can, that's for sure. And a quest has become available for an adventure to the Locked Vault. The first adventure we could potentially have where we take everybody with us. Where is it? Bloody miles away again. Okay. Why are they so far away? If we had the mule, we could at least get there a little bit quicker. The only things that we've got locally are these two sites over here. And I think whilst Janssen is in a mental state, psychotic wandering, when he's over that, then we'll send them out on a little adventure. Okay, perfect. The IG Legion room is basically complete if we ignore this one cloth Neo sheet. Let's set up the roles. So at the moment, the Metal Master is our leading role, and it's the role for the highest crafter, which is Jones. Fantastic, lovely. It works for the time being whilst Leo is down. Next, we have our moral guide. I feel like Robbie should be our moral guide. You know, he's went from being a dwarf to being a normal-sized person. He's jealous of everybody because he's not very tall and isn't as tall as he wants to be. He's gone through so much, and I feel like he'd respect everybody else in a different way. Perfect. That's a successful role change. Next, I think we should have the architectural automaton, which is basically the best person we have at building. That's going to be Bobber, for very obvious reasons. Very good builder. Perfect, that's another role change. And the last role that we have within the colony is the Minder, which is our commissar and leader of the slaves, theoretically. Would be a very good role to give to Leo if he was, you know, alive. Otherwise, I think it's got to be Jean, doesn't it, really? Jean's the only person that it would work with, and Jean is currently down for some reason. So, unfortunately, that was just going to have to be filled by Jean when we can. Okay, so I've tried to give Minder to Jean, and one of the abilities is Enforce Compliance. Now, unfortunately, Jean is totally incapable of violence. So I think I will leave this role for Leo when he gets back up, and we'll just kind of put up with the -5 mood debuff for the time being. And I think with Jean being back up, let's go on a little adventure. Let's send the squad out. Another mining work site has popped up with 4 people in it. Let's go to the hunting work site first and grab the food there. That's always a very good idea. And perfect, the caravan has arrived at the hunting work site. What are we looking at? 2 people there that are inside of each other. How romantic. Big old ruins here. What's that? A mech low shield, a drip. There's a comms console, a ground penetrating scanner. Oh, what's over here? Limestone bricks, marble blocks. Very, very interesting. There's a bed up here with a wardrobe. Wow. Okay, we've got stuff here. I kind of wish we'd brought the Muffalos with us. There we go. We've managed to get the first one and down him almost immediately. Death in 15 hours, which is fantastic. Last one is attacking us down here and downed again immediately. Oh! Leo lives on within us. There is a steel mini turret down there, though, which is kind of inconvenient. If we just kind of gun that down with the boys, we should be able to deal with that. Perfect. And Janssen has taken care of that all by himself. Air is now safe. Perfecto. I'm going to go through all the other buildings and everything, see if there's anything else here for us to take with us, and go from there. There is nothing else on this map for us to take home. I'm not sure if I'm even going to bother with the double beds. Some of them are steel ergonomic beds. We do make them out of components. Okay, I'm going to deconstruct all the ergonomic beds, and the other ones I'll leave, and then we'll pack everything up and see what we've managed to get. We do have our 2 prisoners here as well. Both of them, from what I can tell, are genies. We know nothing else about them, unfortunately. So I'm going to take both of them with us. Why not? You know, I can make them do research now, thanks to the mods, and it gives us an extra 40 kilos to carry home. And we are very lucky to be able to take home a ground-penetrating scanner, which is huge for this early game. A comms console, which is also huge because I haven't been able to access one yet. A drip is nice as well, you know, and a mech low shield. Absolutely fantastic, and I guess we can also take back some steel with us as well. and have room for more. Oh, this is what we absolutely love to see. And a man-hunting pack of Persian cats have entered the area. Good old Randy Random. Hello, Persian cats. You're looking very cute and cuddly. Please don't eat me. Does that thing look like it wants to eat me? Perhaps. Perhaps it does. Man-hunting cats isn't actually very good. I don't even think I've got enough defenses down here to last. And it seems that the game was teasing us when we set off from this caravan. It said that we could carry everything home and there was only 53 kilos. Turns out we're 656 kilos overweight. Not sure how that's happened, honestly, because it told us that we weren't. I guess I'm going to have to get rid of, like, a lot of stuff. And mad boom bats as well. Not only are we dealing with psychic cats, but now boom bats of all things. Ah! Ah! So scary. Wow, Randy Random's been brutal to us, giving us all these strange events. They are all very weirdly milling around the corner of my base up here, so I can't actually let people out and about, especially the boom bats. They'll explode, and I really don't want to have to deal with that. I think Jansen can probably just kill them all when he gets home, honestly. That's definitely a Jansen thing to do. Flak armor is complete, though. What happened to geothermal power? When we doing geothermal power? I don't know what's going on. I could have sworn we were doing geothermal power. Well, have we already done geothermal power? We haven't. What? The caravan has arrived back at Leo's ranch. Are you going to be dealing with those things? Yes, you are. We have our prisoners up here as well that I can guarantee are going to be almost practically immediately leaving. Are you going to try to leave the map? You're not. Very interesting. Jansen, please, can you go deal with all of our man-hunting animals? Please. Perfect. So that's all the Persian cats dealt with. Now just the boom bats? Okay, the boom bats aren't here either. What is going on? Like, I'm just thinking things are happening. Were the boom bats even here, Jansen? What is going on? Now, very interestingly, I can't actually install the ground penetrating scanner, despite me having it here. I just can't do it. So that is going to unfortunately be deconstructed. Can I install the intravenous drip? I can. Perfect. Where's the comms console as well? That does seem a bit strange that I've just brought back a comms console, but where is it? It's not here. We can't de-install the ground penetrating scanner. Do we get an advanced component out of it, though? That's what I want to know. No, we don't. We didn't even get an advanced component. Okay, that's kind of annoying. So the only thing we actually gained from that was the intravenous drip stand, which isn't a problem because we do need to build a hospital soon. At some point, hopefully. Advanced lights are complete, though. I mean, I'm still confused about geothermal power. Where did I think I was doing geothermal power? Or was that the research that I wanted to get? Maybe I'm trying to manifest geothermal power. Nothing interesting there. We go for a reroll and we get package survivor meals. And a new recruit. Dutch. Welcome, Dutch. Welcome to the squad. Now, obviously, you aren't a colonist. You need to be enslaved. Congratulations. Alright, now I have found our comms console and mech low shield. Turns out we'd packaged them into our prisoners. Do we know anything about them yet? Not really. This one's very good at art, though. Moriarty, very good at art. Very interesting. And we have Latino in here. Not Latino, Latino. Who is also not too bad, you know? Kind of interesting. Both of them would be very, very good slaves nonetheless. There is our comms console. Can we install this comms console that we got for free? No, we cannot. That one also is going to have to get deconstructed. I've also decided that I'm going to give Lance his expertise in intellectual as well. Now that he is actually back on researching, he can actually do it as well, which is very nice. Same with Brenios, one of the refugees as well. They have one in intellectual as well. They can get it as well whilst they're here. And a raid from the League of Varroes. It's been a while since we've seen a raid. I'm not going to lie. The kill box doesn't look very healthy. Not gonna lie. We have 3 spike traps. Oh dear. Where are our builders? Nobody's doing any building. This is really, really annoying. Okay, well, on the bright side, we have lovely refugees. And they can all stand around very nicely and act as meat shields. Perfect. Only 1 raider left. I genuinely didn't think this was going to go very well for us. I thought there's going to be loads of them. Am I being really, really silly? I thought there was like 4 or 5 of them. Okay, there's another 2 left here, but I'd imagine once we kill this one here, the other one will flee. Easy rate. Several groups of pirates from the Unrest group are arriving nearby as well. Fantastic. They're also setting fire to our kill box as well. I think we've accidentally shot... Oh, dear. We've absolutely obliterated one of our refugees. We need to tend you quickly, because if you die, then we're going to be in big trouble, and our refugees will fight against us. Jansen, why are you shooting the refugees? Stop! Jansen! Jansen, go away. No, no, no. Fire at will. No, stop. Jansen is now banned from combat. It's probably just cost us all those refugees because of Jansen. And there they are. The Unrest group has arrived. There's actually quite a few of them, so this isn't looking too good. I'm not going to lie. All of them do have melee weapons, though. So maybe we'll be able to cheese this. Jones has managed to save the Yitkin down here that got obliterated by Jansen. This is not looking good, you know. Not having a kill box and having it made out of wood is not good. Who would have thought? And already they're inside the base. Jansen, you know, just fire at will at this stage, honestly. I don't think we've got much chance if you don't get involved here. Okay, they've decided to kidnap who they can and leave. Lance is being kidnapped. Jansen is standing still. Please, run away. Leave Jansen alone. Okay, unfortunately, they have also managed to kidnap one of our refugees. If this refugee leaves the map, the refugees will hate us. Jansen, just leave Minoko alone, alright? They're bleeding out in 10 hours. I'll get Hirokazu to deal with that, alright? You need to save the refugees, or else we're done for. Oh, we forgot to rebuild the door! Okay, alright. Okay. Do we have that? I don't think we've got that. I think the refugees are about to absolutely flip their shit. Oh, dear. Beriolos has been captured. Okay, well, maybe that's not too bad then, alright? They haven't absolutely flipped out, so that's good. Alright, they're still fairly friendly with us. We've managed to save Lance as well, which is nice. We've got a couple of prisoners. Okay, well, that raid didn't go very well. The 2 raids did not go very well. We survived, didn't really take any casualties as such. We did nearly lose one of the refugees pretty badly. And we did lose one of them to a kidnapping. But they weren't too fussed about it, to be fair. They don't seem very upset. None of them seem very upset that one of their friends has just been kidnapped. And another man-hunting pack of cobras. Oh! How many are there? 3. Okay, alright. That's not too bad. There I was thinking Randy Random really just wants to upset me. But alright, 3 man-hunting cobras. I'll deal with that, alright? I'll get bloody Jansen to go deal with it. I guess on the bright side, they're only cobras, right? They're not going to be the most powerful things in the world. Jansen's one-hit killing each and every one of them. This could have been, like, a hell of a lot worse. It doesn't even look like a cobra. It's like a low-res snake. Very interesting. A package survivor meal. Completed. Microelectronics. Woo! Very nice. Right, so now, with microelectronics, yes, we can make an autobong. Yes, we can make a comms console. Yes, we can make a sleep accelerator. This one should allow us access to get the research for androids. Massive. Absolutely bloody huge. Hartenstein has now been enslaved as well. Another slave to add to the collection. As a reminder, Hartenstein is good at art. An artistic Neanderthal slave. It's very, very fitting, you know. Obviously, you're going to be put into a slave outfit, and that's going to be about it. And we're going to go from there. And Dutch has been re-enslaved. Welcome back, Dutch, my good friend. I have missed you. Now, we're going to treat Dutch a little bit better now that they've come back to us. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to put some effort in with them. Maybe I'll give them back their gun. Maybe even upgrade them to a pump shotgun. I'm feeling real kind. Oh, Dutch, how I missed you so. They can even go back on research. We have another researcher. With so many researchers now that we can have them as slaves as well. It's fantastic. And betrayal. Oh, the refugees who asked to stay with you are turning against you. This isn't too bad because half of them are currently down and in bed. And we managed to get Dutch back as well. So we actually have a fairly decent fighting force. This isn't too bad at all. Especially with Hirokazu and Hartenstein, who I also need to give a weapon to. We're not actually in too bad of a spot. This isn't too bad at all, in fact. As long as they don't set fire to my storeroom and pick up my guns. Shit. And the refugees decide to steal what they can and leave. They are throwing grenades inside my storeroom. Oh my god. Hirokazu has unfortunately gone down there, making off with a load of heavy fur as well. Lance is chasing after them, but I think that's it. They're gone. They are gone. Osprey as well, the coolest one I saw. Do I want to keep you? I mean, it could be cool. You are pretty cool looking. If we don't, then so be it. No, we've lost them. We have unfortunately lost them. Maybe this is my fault. Maybe I'm a bit too trusting of the refugees. We do have one that survived here, Aurelius, in here. Anxious, refined planet, desensitized, melee of 5, cooking 7. Decent. Actually pretty good. I'd quite like to keep you, actually. Let's tend to them and capture them and turn them into a slave. And I think on that note, unfortunately, Tsubaki's gone. Tsubaki, for God's sake. They've become catatonic again. Fantastic. I don't think Tsubaki's ever going to leave prison. I'm going to make them a tortured artist because why not, honestly. On that note, I ran out of time for today's episode. I haven't got nearly as much progress done as I thought I would. I have moved out all of the farming stuff and everything from the original base and moved it down and out here. But unfortunately, I just haven't had the manpower to get it done, nor the specializations or anything. It's been very nice, though, to have Hirokazu and Lance and potentially Dutch on research, though. It's allowed us to get a lot more things done. Unfortunately, a lot of our time's been spent looking after our prisoners. We have so many potential slaves in here. It's ridiculous. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in here that we can enslave when the time is right. And once we get all those people, it will be fantastic. They can specialize into their jobs and go from there. Unfortunately, we've just been getting dicked by raids today. Manhunting packs really upset us a little bit, set people off a little bit. Janssen did get to go out and do some exploring. Just dealing with those refugees that weren't good at anything, apart from mining, was kind of set us back a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So I think the plan for next episode is going to focus on getting these slaves. We're just going to bunker down, focus on getting those slaves. Until then, we can't really do too much. Microelectronics, we are getting there. It's kind of. Once we can get microelectronics on the go as well, it'll really help for setting up an empire. So if you have enjoyed today's episode and are excited to see whether or not any of these slaves are actually any good or not, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.